Hey everyone, so this is going to be a very different, very special search today. As you all know, we record our searches for two important reasons. Number one, so that if we ever find anything, law enforcement knows where we were, when we were, and why we were at a certain location, and we found something. So we can turn it in to turn all the video in. The second thing is, it's so the families know what we're up to, what we were doing. In this case, we are looking for Layla Santanello today. I've talked to Jennifer, and so she's aware of what we're doing today. And what's special about today is I have a special guest who is not going to be on camera. If I ever show her on camera, which I might do, it's going to be completely blurred because at times during the day I may want to hear what she has to say. I'm going to code name her Shelly. Hope that works. It's after, Mary Shelley, the author of Frankenstein, because I feel like that represents the power, the mental power that I think women bring to the table. Any empath I've ever met, I don't know if I've met male empaths, to be honest with you. Some of those most powerful empaths I've met have been female. In this case, I met Shelly not long ago, and it was scary to me, actually, the power that I saw. And when she heard about the cases we're covering, she offered to help. She's well known. That's why she doesn't want to be on camera. She wants her identity kept private. She has not shared that she has this ability with people. And so Jennifer had a psychic, actually, a psychic reading, a very well-known psychic. Her name was Amy, I think, and she had a lot of interesting things, very specific things that she said that caught my attention. And when I was talking to Shelly, she heard about the cases we're doing. She wanted to help. She started kind of thinking about these cases. Some of the things she said about Layla matched, and she hadn't seen that reading. So she's agreed to come out this weekend. We are going to start at the beginning of the story at the Americourt. We're going to see what Shelly feels as we're walking around there. And as you all know, if you all know the story, Layla was seen knocking door to door at the Americourt. I can't remember the exact day, 26th or 27th, but the first day she was knocking from door to door. People were asking for help, and she wouldn't accept help. She slept that night in the field. So then we're going to go to the field where she slept, see what Shelly feels, and I think we're going to go from there. I have additional information of another place where Layla was seen, where we believe at this point she may have passed. And I don't know if you want to know that, the third location. No. So I'm not going to mention anything. She wants as little information as possible, and that's going to be the day. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be different. Doubt there's going to be a whole lot of hiking, but there may be walking into places and just seeing where it leads us. So that's going to be today, and we'll see how it goes. The Americourt Hotel was the beginning of the end of the story behind Layla's disappearance. Located on American Way in Kingsport, Tennessee, it's a one-star extended stay hotel. For many of the people living here, it's the last step away from being homeless. On the evening of June 26, 2023, witnesses observed Layla knocking door to door at the hotel in distress. People offered to help her, but she refused. At the time, she was wearing a white tank top, black leggings, and wasn't wearing any shoes. Witnesses say she ran into a nearby tree line and was observed at 6:15 the next morning, June 27th, in the field next to the Americourt. She allegedly asked a warehouse employee for a cigarette and then walked to the Greenbelt trail that runs along the far end of the field and headed in an unknown direction. The Greenbelt trail runs along a creek and various expanses of wilderness areas. Yes, second floor. Should have had the number 2. It was up there. See what I mean? So supposedly she was knocking on all these doors, looking for someone. People were offering for help to her, and she was refusing. And then toward as the evening came, she took off and went to the field behind the Americourt, is how they described it. I think it's on the other side of this building. That's not a field right there. So I think it's the other way. Oh, that night. So that night she ran over here, and then she allegedly slept in the field behind the Americourt where there was an abandoned building, which I believe is in here. So you're thinking somewhere over there, somewhere on that side, or this field?
This field. Did anybody pinpoint where she was seen, or was that stuff?
Well, she was definitely seen the next morning on that road. See the orange doors? That warehouse with orange doors? Storage facility. So she asked someone for cigarettes the next morning. So she was staying here, and then the next morning she walked down there, talked to people.
Oh my God, Ryan.
Yeah.
There's the drop before the tree line. There's the drop.
That's what you saw? The trail's down there, so there could be area down there she would have walked.
Remember I talked about a drop.
I remember. Tracks though. There's no tracks in this area.
No, there's there tracks around here somewhere.
Not in this part of
That could be
Kingsport.
where she wound up.
Yeah. Yes, the tracks.
So wherever she was in the field, the first thing she sees is the blue building. And I was actually walking like her.
I know, I noticed. The moment I saw you just walk into water, I'm like, she's in another world right now.
See, it's the blue building.
She was scared and running, so she would have probably gone through the trees.
She went through whatever was quickest.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she was trying to hide herself. I keep seeing this tree line.
Do you think she stayed somewhere near here that night?
Yeah.
Like along this tree line?
Yeah. I'm wondering if this barrier's always been up.
Yeah.
If that would hide her.
This would have been in the summertime. This would be all blocked, all leaves. So she could have stayed. Could have stayed anywhere along here, all the way to the trail. She wouldn't have gone too close to the trail because I think she would have known people would have been there.
Correct.
So if she was hiding, yeah. You know, she could have even hidden against the building, right? Because that would have been all filled in. Yeah. That's a good hiding spot, actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot of junk back there. Oh yeah, that would have been completely blocked with trees on all sides. Yeah, I can even see like a bucket, and this is exactly the middle. See, you can see people walking on the trail over there, so she wouldn't have gone too far that way.
No. She wasn't running from somebody. She didn't die.
Nope. Do you want to follow her tracks the next morning?
Yeah.
After she slept? I'll drive you down there, it's faster. Oh, look at all the trash in there too. So
yeah.
Homeless people stay in there,
yep.
I guarantee it.
Yep.
So.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of shit in there.
Yep. She walked down here to the self-storage. So she asked someone at the self-storage for cigarettes, and then continued in that direction. This was
what direction? Straight ahead?
Straight toward the trail right up there. And this is the next morning, 27th, I believe.
So she approached the gate. clearly it wasn't open.
You know what? It's my first thought too. When I walk this, I'm like, they must have been either in that building right there, 2005. If it's a guard shack or something, I don't know. Someone would have had to be in there. That's the field we were at right there. So she would have walked down that road probably and come right to the storage unit.
Did we see the blue building from there?
Yeah, right there. Yep.
Shit.
It's the blue building. The question I have is how she would have gotten. Somebody could have caught her maybe when she was at the trail.
Yes.
And then they took her.
I would say with 99% certainty that's what happened.
Yeah. If somebody was looking for her, especially if they were at the hotel that morning, they would have just come flying down here. Yeah. Now I know searchers have been going all up and down the trail, all the sides of the trail. She hasn't been found anywhere in this area.
I don't think she got down this far. I don't think she got this far.
This is where the trail here goes cold.
I feel nothing about the trail. Nothing.
Okay. I'm honestly not surprised. There's been so many searches.
There is nothing on that trail. She got picked up before she even got here. I don't even know that it was a guard shack. I feel like she's like at that first one. She asked for a cigarette. I don't think she got a cigarette.
No, she didn't.
And then she turns back around.
Now what I'm wildly curious about is if you're not feeling anything here, if you'll feel anything at West Side. Because if not, then that story is not true either.
So I think there was somebody at corner unit 42 when she asked for the smoke.
Where's 42? Oh, over there? Okay. It makes sense too because on the weekend is when most people move.
Yeah.
You know? So there could have been a lot of people there doing stuff.
Definitely does do that. Wonder.
We're getting to the port, you guys. Honestly, part of the story that nobody knows anything. There's theories. We're going with the possibility that she didn't get on the trail. She didn't make it to the trail. Or if she did, whatever, this part of her story here in this location ends and she was taken somewhere else. There's some rumors, and this is somewhat reliable. I can't share where it came from, just that it's a bunch of community rumors. Again, more reliable than most rumors, that she ended up at the West Side Inn, the one that's getting torn down or is torn down, and she was there getting high with some folks, and that's where it happened. That's where it ended. I want to just see what Sherry feels when we are in that location. It's a high traffic. There's a lot of people driving by, but it's a very sketchy inn that a lot of not great things happened at. So we're gonna pull in there. Not sure if we'll get out, but I'll leave that up to our guest if she wants to stand outside or not. But we're gonna see what we feel there. We already got a hit. Do you mind if I mention the Stanley thing? We already got information. So I had information, again, similar source, that Stanley Valley is an area that needs to be searched. And once Shelly got in the car with me, she was telling me about some things she was feeling this morning, something to do with the cherries, floral scarf, and the Stanley Hotel, the one in The Shining. Those two things could be coincidence, but for the word Stanley to come up in her dream, in her vision, and for me to already know that that's a viable location, that elevates it up to, hey, it's worth taking a look at that area. I spent a lot of time on Google Earth actually looking on Street View for areas that are kind of weird, sketchy, hidden, could hide something. So we may end up there today, but first we're gonna get to the West Side Inn and see what Shelly feels.
She got denied. She turns back around, goes back up to the hotel. I feel she's trying to get back in, she can't. There's somebody there. Oh, she's crying. She came back. She went back. Somebody was there.
Can I ask you a question? You didn't read anything about her case?
No. She went back.
Yeah, she did. She got locked out. She was locked out. All her stuff, her shoes, her purse.
I'm starting to cry because
Yeah.
I can feel her. She's standing at the door desperate to get in.
Mm-hmm. You really didn't read that? You didn't know about that?
No.
Wow.
She went back.
The cops
That's
were...
why it goes cold down there.
Yeah, the cops were confused about how often she went back to the hotel. So you think she, when she left for this area, it was from this hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
There was somebody there waiting. And I think it's the curly-headed guy.
There's somebody there waiting in the room?
Somebody not at the
Oh, in the area.
room, in the area.
Waiting for her to come back. So they snatched her from the parking lot. Wow. Okay.
I'm starting to get a headache.
We're very close. You're getting your headache 3 miles away. Honestly, if we do go to Stanley Valley, that's what's going to have to guide us, because I don't know where to look. I'm just going to have to go with what the one. I have 6 locations that I guessed, but
My vision is very impaired right now.
impaired, like blurry.
Blurry, but cross-eyed. I can't
Really?
put it any other way. Like I'm looking through a tunnel almost. Which would be an accurate description if you're stoned.
Yeah.
That's why they say if I were a driver right now, we'd be in an accident. Like, okay, I'm not actually doing it, but I feel like I'm bouncing my knees, you know?
Yeah, that'd be anxiety. All right.
Like I can't wait for something.
Can't wait to get there, get high. Yeah.
So I was going to say to you, can you hurry up?
Shit, is that it? That's it. West side.
It was here 4 years ago.
This is, oh yeah, this was all here. Man, they did a number on this place. Wow. This is where it supposedly happened.
I still feel stoned.
I don't know. So there is a sign that says no trespassing.
Like stoned.
Might have to do this from here. If you can. How many people do you think were with her when this happened?
3.
3 people? In this room though? When it first started, when she first got her hits. So there were 3 people. Including her?
4 total.
4 total.
They're in the corner. She was laced.
It was laced?
It wasn't pure.
How many times do you think she got dosed?
4.
4 times.
It was consecutive. I can feel the pain in my right arm.
She got hit
First
4
time
times.
she was okay. First time she was okay. Second time makes her loopy. Third and fourth were fatal.
So she went unconscious here. This is where she went unconscious.
She died.
Completely died here.
First hit, she felt great. Second hit, she's starting to feel a little bit more. Third and fourth, she's gone already.
I'm not gonna keep you here too long.
I don't even feel like they were in a room.
Balcony or something maybe? No.
They were on the corner on purpose. Somewhere along the line, she got assaulted though.
They assaulted.
I've always felt it was the curly guy. I don't know who he is. I have not found him. Starts with a J.
So we're only 14 minutes from where they allegedly took her. I've got 6 locations. I can start just kind of traveling through them. But if you see or feel anything in any direction, I'll just change course if you want me to. But the story that was told matches what you're saying. Multiple doses. And then she died here. And your eyes are watering. I'm gonna get out of here.
They're standing outside. They're in a circle of 4. Curly guy is closer to the building. She's standing to the corner right. The boyfriend's like basically directly in front of Curly guy, and then the guy with the tattoo is on the other corner.
The room?
Huh?
Of the room? Corners of the room?
They're not in a room. They're standing outside.
They're standing outside. Was this before?
Did one of them have a unique car?
I don't know. Probably.
Truck.
Definitely a truck. One of them had a truck.
Not new. And it's not a big truck. It's not what I call a big boy truck. Almost a mid-sized truck. It's not a full truck. It's not like a 350 or something like that.
Regular, like, Chevy flatbed pickup trucks people go to work with kind of thing.
Yeah. But I almost feel like it's a foreign kind of...
Toyota?
Toyota.
Okay.
It's foreign. But there's something distinct on it.
Like a sticker or a marking?
That's metal. It's an emblem.
Oh, okay.
Right side. Sorry, driver's side, up by the fender. It was like they added it, so it was something.
Silver?
Huh?
Silver? Metal?
Yeah. It's distinctly silver.
Can't make out the shape though, huh?
They added it.
Can you see the color of the truck at all?
It's black.
Black truck.
But it's almost like I can see like brown splotches on it. I don't know if that's black paint wearing down or fading, but I can see brownish tan.
Like repaired rust, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm kidding, a cross. Why would you put a cross on your truck?
It looks like a cross, like a metal cross.
Yeah, but like, it's not like the typical like silver cross that you would wear. Like, it's almost got edges on it. It's almost like it was designed. Is there devil worship crosses like that?
Well, I was going to say there's satanic crosses that look like what you're describing. I'd have to do some research though, I don't know.
And it would be the left hand of God, not the right hand of God.
We got to get out of here before you attract attention. I think I'm going to head over.